Well, my friends, here we are again, Streetballer number 1. Why? Because here there's absolutely no one. The whole year, I think the last 10 years was no one dribbling here a basketball. So today we start where it all began, yeah, where it started, the streetball. I'm 100% streetballer, and so you see there are cars driving, yeah, because I learned it in the street, yeah. So here we are at the place where it all began, yeah. I had no basketball, I was not in a club, I never played indoors, yeah. So I really learned it on the street, and there was no basketball court, yeah. So here we are, I will show you the street, and that is long time ago, yeah. Have a look at this is the backside, and here we go now. And I can't remember exactly where the basket ring was, but I was a little child, and I think I was 5-6 years old, and I always loved basketball, but I had no place to go, yeah. That was in the very early 90s, 1990, 1991, in that period. And so one time I got a basketball, and I told you at the Magic Balls, where I played the 25-year-old NBA ball the first time in that vlog, I told you the other ball, the Charlotte Hornets ball, and this was the first ball where I played for a long time, yeah, for years. But my first basketball, I can remember it. It was a Franklin David Robinson ball, yeah, a rubber ball, and I loved the ball. Then I got an American ball that was a complete normal rubber ball that was jumping so high, but with the David Robinson Franklin ball, then you know how long this is ago I learned it, yeah. So have a look at this. This is where I started playing, in that street, yeah. Here we have the drain up, and here are all companies, yeah. And today we have Sunday, so here it is very quiet, but you've seen also a few cars were coming. But under the week, yeah, when you know one company, the next, they're all coming clients, workers who go in and drive away. And this was the thing where it started. But I cannot tell you where it was, yeah, because there are all other shops now. But I think it has to go a little bit upwards, yeah, I know, because of the building on my left. And that was really cool, because you had nothing to play, yeah, there was nothing, yeah. And so one day they built a ring here on the street. It was a really old, complete over ring with no board. Can you imagine that? There was no board. And so I think now, yeah, a little bit more, and that was crazy. Then I went here and I said, wow, you can play, you have a ring. That was the absolute dream, yeah. To have a ring to play was unbelievable, yeah. Today people say, the court is no good, or this and that. I told you at the gangster court, I would have loved this court, but I didn't have it. And so I have to watch now where it, I know, I have it, I think, I have it. Here it has to be, so watch this. Here we go, you see the cars, they were not here. And here I think, here it was, you see that? Here up there, I think there was the ring, yeah. There was the ring, or there, I can't remember exactly. Or here, yeah. Here where the iron is, there was the ring, yeah. And you see this is all a stone wall, you see that? And here this was our board, yeah. And that was crazy. And I can remember that on the right side there were windows. It was a little bit odder, yeah. Or it was here, I cannot say exactly, I have no pictures, it's so long time ago. 1990 I think it was, or 1991, one of that. And there were, I think, windows or something was there. And you always had problems, because they're coming out, oh, the ball has not to go to the window, or this or that, yeah. And that was really crazy, yeah. And the cars were coming, you had a problem when the ball was falling here. Then the cars were, you know, I don't know how it's called in English. So as a child, you were completely in the street, and the cars were driving and you were playing here, yeah. but it was a cool time, and that was the first time I learned to play basketball. But it didn't last long, and then they put it away. Yeah, now you hear the train. Then they put it away. Yeah, then I had no basket anymore, and so it all started. And the next thing I think was, yeah, at my home. I was living then in a village, and there we had a house, and I got the same problem. There was no basket, but there we had a garage. It was a small garage, yeah, like this. And there over we put on a basketball ring with a board. So I got this, and that was cool. Yeah, this was small, and there I learned to play. And that was the time when I got the Charlotte Hornets ball. Yeah, you see that? Charlotte Hornets still. Even when they are not good, yeah, right now. And so I played there. But there, I think, when I find a picture, I think somewhere I have to find a picture. It was dias, yeah, it was no photo, it was dias. But I have them filmed, and so perhaps I can show you when I find it, and you will see it in the picture now. And there I had the same problem, because the neighbors were coming and saying, ah, it is too loud, you cannot play. Man, boys, girls, women, you know. And then what they said, you can play here, but don't dribble. You're not allowed to dribble. They told me, really, they were older people, I should throw the ball to the ring, and then I should get it when it falls down, but no dribbling. Yeah. And then they always were coming, hey, it is too loud, I have to go. Man, that was crazy. And there I played a long time, was the only place where I could play. And then there was a school week, yeah. In school, there was a week in holidays, and they made for the holidays a few days to get in a new sport to watch. Yeah, they had a program, but it was not from your school, it was in the whole city, yeah. Always in the summer holidays, and there was one thing was basketball, and that was the only time I got indoors. Yeah, and there was 5 days when I was 10 years old, I think. Yeah, 10, 11 years old, I can remember. And there I played 5 days indoor, and that was the only time where I learned it from a trainer, where someone told me something. There were girls who was teaching me. And you see it in my videos that I'm playing different than you normally would learn it. But I had to learn it for my own, and so I have some things which are different. Yeah. For example, when I throw the ball, I always have this position, yeah, always the right foot in front, yeah. I know it's not the best way, but I learned it that way on my own. And I can remember, I think in a paper I got the basket, yeah, it was a newspaper for basketball, for the NBA. And there, I don't know where, but somewhere I was reading a little bit the right foot forward, and so I was always staying this position, and so I learned it. And the other thing was, no one told me that I should throw it high. Yeah, my flight of the ball, you will always see, is not high. It always goes in bam bam. Yeah, I know it, but I never play against the other, so I don't have to shoot it that high, but I know it. But I learned it for my own, so what shall you do when you have no trainer and nothing? So I'm 100% a streetballer. I learned it on the streets, as you see here. Yeah. And yeah, in the 5 days there, it was very cool. But one thing was, we have to dribble with, not to dribble, to shoot with a medicine ball. Yeah, it was perhaps fun, but I was staying under the net because the ball was not going down. I didn't check it, I don't know, I was little, and then the ball was falling to my head, a medicine ball. And perhaps this is the thing why I don't like the heavy basketball, where I showed you on the watch court, yeah. And so yeah, but the 5 days were cool. The only time in my life I played indoors, yeah, beside the school, in sport, sometimes you played basketball, but that was the only time. And then they built a basket ring in the village where I was living, and there I started, and that was cool. Most of the time alone, because there was no basketball players, there were only skaters. And there I have a video, and I will show you a video footage, but it was much later on when I played there all the time, yeah. That was the video, I think, is from 2004 or 2005, yeah, I think 2004. But I was playing there 1998, 1999, in that period, 2000. And so the ring was good, the basket was there, but there was no net. And there was asphalt with a skate place and a football field, yeah. But on the left side there was a river, a small river, and I told you that in the Charlotte Hornets ball. That's a reason why I always shoot from the left side to the board at best, because I always played on that side most of the time. And that is a reason, that has a reason, because when I was going from the right side and playing to the left side on the basket, the ball, when it not went in, a rebound, it went into the river, yeah, because there was no net and the ball was falling down, it went upwards, and there was a little river. It was perhaps, yeah, 2 meters, yeah, I think. Not that much, yeah. You can imagine perhaps when you see from this to that, yeah, that big was the river, yeah, or a little bit smaller. And so then you had to fish the ball out, yeah, you have to run. And the problem was it went upwards. You had not to go beside the river. There were trees and things, and so you always had to watch, where can I get to the river, and to fish it out that you get it, yeah. That was always a problem. The ball was so oft wet and went to the river. But that was a cool place. And there we had light, yeah. At night you could choose the light, and that I liked very much. There we played some matches, yeah, it was cool. But one time I got a finger in my eyes from someone, because there were no basketball players. They tried it a little bit, so I never had the chance to learn it right, or to dribble. That was also a thing. When you didn't have someone who shows you or who can dribble, I had no opportunity, and I had no money. I don't had the End One mixtapes, yeah, so I only watched it on the newspaper. That was the only thing I had, yeah, to watch an NBA game when it was in there in television. But otherwise you had no basketball player, nothing. So where should you learn to dribble? There was no internet, nothing, yeah. And so I played most of the time. I was only shooting, yeah. So this was the journey, and I will show you the video now from the place in the village where I told you now with the river. There I have a few balls. It was 2004. It was a nice place, but right now a car is coming. Right now there is no basket anymore, yeah. They put it away, and I don't know why. So always the same, yeah, they always put it away. Now we have so many places here to play basketball, which is unbelievable, yeah, unbelievable. So you see, it's Sunday, and they're also driving cars. You can imagine under the week, when there are all companies in there, the people, you were playing there as a child, yeah, with 5 years, the people are shouting at you, ball away the car and this and that. So I was growing up on a rough, tough street. So I tell you, I am 100% a streetballer, yeah, 100% streetballer, because I learned it really from the streets. And a place like the gangster place, that would be a dream, yeah, when I would have this place as a child. So I learned it really on the streets, as you see, with 5-6 years old, yeah. But I had another thing, and that was at my home. At my home, not in the village, at the other home back then, in the flat. I had a basket in the flat. Today you get so many different basketball boards and rings for your flat, but back then that was really cool, and that I will show you, because this basket I still have, and it is not the Charlotte Hornets. That was the other thing. Before the Charlotte Hornets, I got this ring, and I didn't know the companies, but it was Boston Celtics. And there I can show you, there I played most of the time, and I loved it. I always loved it, but I never had the opportunity to have a ring or whatever. So, from the streets, again watching, you will see it now in the flat, and then we see us again. So, Streetballer number 1, because there is no one, but back in the days there were a lot of people here, yeah. We as childs, yeah, but I was always the youngest. So see you in the flat. So, well, my friends, now we are at the legendary home court, yeah, what I had. And this is great. I can show you right now. Watch this. This was the court, my basket ring, the first I've ever got, and I still have it. Yeah, this court, this basket ring is, I think, from 1990. Yeah, 23 years from now, and I still have it. Unbelievable. Or here I learned the basketball playing at home. Yeah, and here I always could play. It's not much space, but it's very long, and I still have it after not 23 years. What I'm talking, 33 years. 33 years. Unbelievable, or 33 years after, I'm still staying here with the board from the Boston Celtics. Yeah, I don't know who bought me this. Yeah, I cannot ask anymore. My grandmother doesn't live anymore, so I will never find out who was buying this and why the Boston Celtics. Yeah, so that was so cool. And here I played, and I will show you now. Watch this, how long it is. Yeah, and it's even more longer. And with such balls I have played, but I don't have the real ball or such a ball what I had. This is like a tennis ball size and a softball. With those I have played, but I had a bigger ball, the half size of a basketball, yeah, and that was also with that material, yeah, a soft ball, but a bigger one and a tighter one. It was like a size 5 or more little than a size 5 basketball it was, and so I could play here, because this is all plastic, yeah. This is plastic and this is plastic, and you see that was breaking down. It is fixed here, yeah, because it was broken, and so I will show you that. It's the same net, all the same. So we shoot a few things. Let's have a moment. I will put out the thing. This will do a little bit loud, yeah, on the micro, but it's no problem. So here we have it, yeah. I was shooting from there. So, and here I took those ball now because I could dribble here. Yeah, as you see, I was dribbling here, and then wow, it was in, yeah. This was also not there, this was a little bit away, and it was so cool. I loved it because here I could always play, yeah, and always shooting from here, yeah. But I always used the board, yeah. I always use the board like this, but this ball jumps very high, yeah. You see that? Yeah, that I did all the time here, yeah. That was such a pleasure, you cannot believe it. I loved that so much. And here was, this was not here, here was an oven. I don't know how it's called in English. When it's winter and it is freezing and you have the thing here to put up that it will be warm, yeah, that it becomes hot in the flat. And so here was a thing, and it was a little bit smaller, like here, and not that long, perhaps here, yeah. And all, but it's the same construction like this, so I can show you. From here, where it ends, I always was staying here, and that was the free line, yeah. That was the free line to make a free shot, yeah. Always from here, then I got it, and I was always staying here, and zack, yeah. So I have to watch to the camera, and that was very cool, yeah. I show you that from here. So let's have a look. Always on that side, yeah. Was staying here dribbling, and always, wow, was shooting, yeah. And so I tried ball after ball after ball after ball, and I loved it. And we even played matches here. Yeah, can you imagine that? We played matches here, but you cannot go left or right. So you always were dribbling, and then try to shoot, yeah. But another thing what I did, so we go up and we have a better view. Another thing what I did here was the layups, yeah. The layups, because, wait, so I was always here dribbling, and then I was, you know, that I was doing, or even that. But you had always to be careful, yeah, because you have no shoes on. And one time I was jumping and I was landing exactly on the feet, and I had something was, yeah, then I had to go to the hospital. I had a fixed thing for weeks, yeah, and I still feel it sometimes, yeah. So, and I was dunking, yeah, I was dunking here because I was a little, yeah, I was that, yeah, and so I was always trying to, wow. So I loved that, yeah, and there was the time when Michael Jordan was playing, yeah. And so I was on the free shot line where this construction was, as you know, yeah, from here. And here I jumped all the thing to make a dunk like Air Jordan, yeah, as a child. So I was running, and then I was flying. And I had the door open when I was like this, yeah, so I jumped, and then with the head, I was there, and I went to the other room. So that was so cool. And another thing what I did was, because this is very long, yeah, this is very long. You see that? How long this is? So watch this. This is pretty long, yeah. So from here you had enough space, and where this door, this opening is, from here I always made a wide shot, yeah. But you cannot throw it high. You always have to keep it in that line, yeah, because there is not space here, yeah. And we can try it, but with the softball, because you have to go up very high, yeah. But the thing is, I often was shooting the light, yeah, and then I don't know if you see this on the camera right now, but this is a very heavy construction. This is glass, yeah. This is a glass around, a very tight glass, and I was shooting it down, yeah, because this is very old, and this is only with one click, 2 clicks in, and when you shoot it, you don't want to shoot it, but sometimes it happened, and then the glass was falling downwards. Whoa, that was always crazy. Yeah? My grandmother was then very mad, because it was always this slide, because this is not the round one, and here it was falling down, but it never broke. Yeah, but when you get it to the head, then it's very dangerous. So the wide shot, yeah, wow, this was so cool time as a child. So let's see it. I will put it up here. Now we have to watch, yeah. You see how far? And then I took the ball and yeah, you see it, I was exactly the height, yeah. A little bit higher So that was very cool, yeah. And here I played all the time, most of the time I made free shots, yeah, always free shot. That's why I got a good feeling for free shots, yeah. Was very cool, yeah. I loved that here. I could do it all day long, yeah. Sometimes we were so loud that the neighbors were coming. Yeah, I can remember one time they were ringing. Then we thought, oh no, we have to be quiet that we are not at home. We didn't open the door, yeah. But we were jumping and shouting and again and again. And sometimes the ring was going down, yeah, because when you were hanging, then it was and it fall down here, yeah. Then you had to get it up, so this is why it's damaged. 33 years old, and still I have it and still can play here. That's great, or very, very great. But with the other ball, yeah. Don't have this other ball or such a ball. So with this squad, I will say Streetballer number 1. Why? Because there is no one. Do you see someone? Here is absolutely no one now. Streetballer number 1. And so you see 100% streetballer, because I was always playing on the street or outside the place. Never had an indoor opportunity, never had a trainer to play with or a basketballer. I always played with people who also liked basketball or did it because they liked me and also tried it. So I learned it on the street. Yeah, now you have seen it. 100% streetballer, never played indoor, only the 5 days. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm here again once, because now I have done something and I could remember on some very special thing. I was using such a ball also to make the free shots, because with that ball, now where I didn't get it in, this I never had. Yeah, this is a complete other ball who jumps so much. I was also throwing the free shots with that football, because with that we also played here football. The length, there was a door, the goal, and the door here was also the goal, and back there was the goal. Yeah, through that was nice. Yeah, with my friends, and when I was little with my grandmother we were playing here. But the thing is, I had to put out the, wait a minute, I had to make it longer one more time. So now we have it. Will be loud, but doesn't matter now, I'm alone. So the free shots with the football. And there, because I know the feeling here, what I had, wait, we have to go upwards a little bit. So now I can show you. I was always dribbling a little bit, and then, so you see that? And I could immediately remember now, yeah, that this was the same thing. And here I was, I don't know, 50, 100, yeah. I was always staying here. Yeah. I don't know how much I got in at once back then. You see now, here I have the same feeling as back in the days. Yeah, that was so cool. Always from here, you got a feeling, yeah. And perhaps this is also a reason why I don't shoot that high, because here, even when I was little, you cannot shoot that high, because you see the height of this, yeah. And so that makes also something. When you play here for years, always throwing here, and you never had a court outside, then you get always this throwing line, yeah, and you cannot get it out. So this is because why I'm shooting that, yeah. But I love it. Streetball is a lifestyle, yeah. It's not a sport. Streetball is a lifestyle. You don't have to win or lose. Win or lose is always a small part of the whole thing, yeah. Streetball is a lifestyle. So I love that. Yes. That is so great, you cannot believe me. I love that. One more, hopefully I will get it in. Oh no, the last one I have to get in. No, one more. Yes. So I love that, yeah, I love that. 33 years old this basket, and still I'm playing here. And I have the same fun So you see, streetball is a lifestyle. With that sense, I will say now, goodbye, we will see us again, bye and ciao.
Write my own, ay, 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 ay. Write my own, ay, 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 ay. Write my own, ay, 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 ay. Write my own, ay, 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 ay. Hey, Kelly Slater with the way that I ride to be, we never falling off.